my friends don't believe in Hinduism because although it's not a religion but a path to enlightenment by scientific manners, they say that modern science is the only way to do it, is the only way to look at things. Now, what's your take on it? Because
Good.
you come from a scientific background.
Indeed.
As do I have a
Strong
slightly
leaning towards science.
Slightly, yeah. I lean towards that section. But what's your take on it?
Look,
how can he
let us look at
deal
the
with them?
integrity of science itself. Why it is such a lovely enterprise. Not only lovely enterprise, not a very beautiful enterprise, it's a very durable enterprise. Means it produces very positive results for human beings. Look, my life has been saved twice through the progress of science, medical science. I would have died long time ago. I won't discuss that. But so I have to pay tribute to science and what science has done for humanity. So we must recognize and pay tribute and bow down, because the integrity of science has given such a wonderful handle on reality. We can address issues with regarding our heart or whatever. We can really dig deeper and really control lots of things, physical things, and give us long life. So we must pay tribute to what science has done for us. It's given us a very kind of much more easier lifestyle than we used to have in the Stone Age period. So pay tribute to science. Full marks. Now, science has been progressing extremely well and kind of trying to look for unity in diversity. And sometimes people think science has proved something. And I had to really take the challenge into the last big question, saying, Nicky Campbell, science doesn't prove, it just offers hypotheses, sometimes elevated to be called a theory, which means so far so good idea of how to link reality, to get a handle on reality. And this we are prepared to discard the moment something doesn't work. So if a particular phenomenon occurs where the model that you're using doesn't work, you have to discard the model and produce a new model. Like Newton's theory of gravitation, we discarded it and we got Einstein's theory of gravitation. So science continues to progress. It's an evolving situation. That's why people like science. It's prepared to throw away a hypothesis or a theory that was very close to its heart for 300 years, to kick it out. They're able to do, they fling it away. So science is progressing by, in a way, challenging its own hypothesis to destruction. This is how science progresses. Beautiful. That's why we love it. That's why it continues to progress and produce all these lovely gizmos. We love. We see all these gizmos. Yahoo! Okay. So science has been a very durable exercise, very respectful, tremendous integrity, and we have to pay tribute to the scientists and the particular method they're using to make sense of the world we live in. Fair enough. Suppose you say, I don't want to subscribe to religion and all this word, Mr. Lakhani, you throw spirituality and Atman and Brahman. I can't relate to it. I prefer science. What would I say? I say, carry on. It is science itself now. I'm not exaggerating. Check it out. Through the integrity of science now, we are coming to a stage where science is pointing to a deeper underpinning to reality, which is non-material. This is where the science kind of takes a big leap. I told you, science is to keep leaping, from one particular hypothesis to another one. So now we're coming to a stage where the hypothesis that we can explain universe in terms of matter and its epiphenomena, electron, motor, charge and spin, that has come to an end since quantum physics. So science is now very clearly pointing to a non-material underpinning to reality, which I love to talk about. And this is now certainly not materialism. So it's not a physical science anymore. It's entering a new phase of, in a way, embracing spirituality through the cutting-edge discoveries of modern science. So I am telling you, don't bother with religion. I'm telling your friend in Delhi, don't bother with religion. Don't bother with all this Atman, Brahman. Don't read any scriptures. Focus on what science is now pointing out. And science is now pointing out in no uncertain terms, there's a deeper reality, deeper dimension to this creation, which is non-physical. So science is saying we have to give our physics and go into deeper. No, metaphysics is the right word. And this is where we kind of find, in fact, I told at one of the meetings at the science community, I said, look, in the ancient days, the prophets would get, hey, we've touched spirituality, we're spiritual. And half a dozen disciples would jump around, dance around them, and then the story stops. And then they pass on this thing to the rest of humanity, and it becomes very cultish and kind of denigrating. But I'm saying, look, in the ancient days, prophets used to inspire a few hundred people, a few thousand people. In the days to come, I'm saying, it is science of today, not science of tomorrow even, science of today that will inspire not hundreds, not thousands, millions of human beings to embrace spirituality in the most dynamic manner through the integrity of science itself. So progress in science, my friend. Go to the cutting edge discovery and see what it tells you.